Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. We're going to get right into the Sagittarius love outlook for the week. This is going to be an outlook for you and a person, Sagittarius. Before I get started, guys, just reminding you that this month's giveaway is for the Fairies Oracle deck and guidebook set. This is an awesome oracle set. It is not really sort of along the most traditional lines because it's all about fairy lore and culture and various fairy families, etc. But it is really a beautiful oracle deck. And I might even do like a video about the deck, like a unboxing or something like that. But in any case, all you have to do to be eligible to win that is to be subscribed to my channel and leave me a comment letting me know that you're interested. All right, Sagittarius, we are going to get into let me put these away first. I'm going to come back to these animal spirits. We're going to get into the spirits of darkness and light first, and go ahead and pull out your two spirits for this week. Now, this is a look that I do. This weekly love outlook is really for you and a connection with someone that you have, right? So, you may be in reconciliation. You may be in challenge. You may be in separation. But it is, it's a connection. So, because we're going to be pulling their cards, and we're going to be pulling your cards. All right, guys. So, I absolutely love reading for Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius myself, so your readings are always like really exciting for me to do. Hey, got to be more careful. How you doing? And Addie1333. Hello, and thank you so much for stopping by. All right, guys, we're gonna pull. I'm gonna be pulling these two cards a little differently than I normally do. I normally cut the deck, but I'm going to be doing a divination style pull, and we're going to pull two oracle cards to start off your reading, and see which spirits are passive, the passive receptive spirit, and which is the more aggressive spirit in this relationship or impacting this relationship for this coming week. All right, guys, so here we go. I'm going to pull out your, there we go. All right, we have Spirit of Communication and Spirit of the Snowflake. Wow. Well, Spirit of Communication is beautiful. We're talking about love letters, emails, texting, right? So this is the passive hand that I've used to pull that card. So this is sort of the passive energy in the relationship right now, is wanting to do more talking, communicating. The aggressive energy right now is the Spirit of the Snowflake. And this is someone who's very, very unique. It's individuality. So there's an individuality coming into the relationship this week. We're going to see more about what that's all about, because now we're going to pull out your animal spirits. And see, we're going to pull out two animal spirits for you and your person. We could see you may be resonating with both, or you may each be resonating with one, or what have you. We know that this reading isn't going to be for everyone, and it's not going to be, hello Spiritual K, how you doing? Happy Saturday. I'm trying to start these videos a little earlier on Saturday and just do like an all-day Saturday back-to-back live streaming of love outlooks. All right, guys, Sagittarius, what are your spirit animals for the week? All right, here we go. We have the dragon. So this goes with the individuality, right? Because the dragon is the one, is associated, I'm going to put him over here, it's associated with the solar plexus chakra, the third chakra. And is that connection, that tether to our higher selves, right? And we have the crow. So the crow is the animal spirit for messages, right? Coming in, omens coming in. Sometimes people associate the crow with bad news. I don't do that. I feel like the crow's gotten a little bit of a bad rap in that regard, right? Crows are extremely intelligent creatures. I'm going to move this up because I'm going to need the space. So it's very interesting. Now that I'm doing a divination style pull from the spirit cards, it's interesting. They are really getting much more specific about the energies. So, spirit of communication, the crow is coming in, and this is the receptive energy in a relationship. So there's definitely messages coming in this week. Phone calls, emails, letters, omens coming in as well. The messages may not be... and we have the Ten of Pentacles falling out. The messages may not be through the usual route. Spirit of the crow is air energy anyway. And, spirit of the snowflake, when we talk about being, irreplaceable, one of a kind, special, it's the soul mold, right? It's the mold for the soul, right? I mean, that's really what we're talking about in the dragon. There's an energy of connecting to your soul this week. So there's definitely a connection that we're making this week. This is a spiritual connection that we're having. So let's see. There's also a lot of abundance coming in. Ten of Pentacles is falling out for you, Sagittarius. So, first of all, let me make sure that all my stuff is straight. My regulars know. I must have like OCD or something because like my cards have to be straight. All right, guys. Sagittarius, let's cut your deck and see what your week is going to be looking like. All right, your person is resonating with Four of Swords, and you are resonating with the King of Wands. Your person sees you as a Six of Pentacles, and you see them as an Eight of Cups walking away. They desire star energy, and you desire Seven of Cups and the outcome this week, or the moves towards the end of the week. Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles for you. At the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, we have Eight of Swords. So, Eight of Swords can be quite toxic. So, let me come back to that. Let's just talk about what you guys are resonating with this week, Sagittarius. And then we're going to go ahead and pull out your clarifiers from the Cosmic deck. Your person is resonating with a lot of strategy and calm this week, right? They are, they're thinking ahead. They're really planning and thinking ahead. There's a lot of sort of like strategy involved in terms of maintaining their stability. And this is what they're coming into the week with. So they may be getting challenged, right? They may be challenged in the way, hang on one second, guys. I just cannot deal with this. All right. They may be challenged in a way in work, or in some kind of way they're having to sort of maintain their stability. In some kind of way they're having to sort of really plan ahead this week. And I think this may indeed be giving them a little bit of pressure, but at the same time I feel like they may be excelling in this way. This might be something that they do generally. You guys, this is how you guys are resonating. They're resonating with Four of Swords. So they're really thinking a lot this week. They're going to be really inside their head. They may not be as communicative with you this week, right? You're resonating with King of Wands, Sagittarius, and I'm not surprised. All of that fire energy, fire. Kings are always fire in tarot. So King of Wands, we have fire. So you're moving forward with your vision. Okay, Sagittarius, you are coming into the week this week strong. You may have been falling into a malaise most recently, Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? You may have recently been falling into kind of like a just unmotivated feeling, right? You know you have a goal. You know you should be doing something. The last couple of weeks have been very, very tricky. They've been difficult, right? We're well into the season of Taurus, and I'm a Taurus rising myself, but, making yourself move, keeping yourself motivated, I just see that for a lot of us that's been difficult. But this week, a lot of you Sagittarius, for this reading, resonating with this reading, you're coming into the week fiery. You're coming into the week strong. You're coming into the week, with your vision well stoked. So if until now you may have not been feeling so ambitious, or you may not have been feeling so sort of like forward moving, this is going to change this week. Now, how do you see each other? Interesting. Your person sees you as a very generous person. They see you as being extremely busy with others. Sagittarius, you might be one of these people that part of your vision is working in the community. Six of Pentacles is how they see you, your lover. So they see you as someone who's really spending a lot of their time helping people and helping other people. So you may be indeed doing this right now. We're going to see how this impacts your relationship though, right? How do you see them? Well, you see them as walking away. So there's a little bit of challenge here. Here's the first sign of challenge in the sense that you see them wanting to move away, walking away. Eight of Cups is putting up boundaries. It is walking away from certain relationships sometimes completely, or it can be just turning your back in a certain way, you know, beginning to put up walls, beginning to put up boundaries. Eight is the number for strength and boundaries in the tarot. And it feels to me like Sagittarius, you may be dealing with somebody. The spirit of communication is coming in because I feel like perhaps there is a feeling of apartness or separateness. There's a feeling that there is a chasm growing here between you and your person here, right? Whoever this connection is. And this connection, this love connection reading, it may, you know, sometimes it's with someone who is your lover or someone who's in your past or what have you. But here it's interesting. It feels like you for sure are kind of, you know, feeling a pulling away of your person perhaps this week. Now, it could very well be, to me, it feels very much like this is not necessarily a pulling away from you in the sense that they don't want to be with you or they don't feel for you or anything like that. They're really busy in their head this week, Sagittarius. They're really, really busy in their head trying to figure things out. They are really desiring. When we look at it, the desires, you guys both have similar desires, you know. They have the star 17 and you have another 7, also 7 of Cups. So your desires are a little bit in sync. But from your point of view, Sagittarius, with that 7 of Cups, you may be a little bit unrealistic about what it is you're wanting in this relationship. You might be feeling a little bit over emotional this week. You might be feeling a little bit oversensitive this week, right? You've got a lot of fire you're coming into the week with, and this desire position card, 7 of Cups, it can sometimes be having sort of like that fairy tale goal or idea in your head. You know, having a real pie in the sky idea about what it is you want. 7 of Cups, because in some decks, 7 of Cups is the card for delusion. Now, I don't think that you're being delusional, Sagittarius. I don't feel that strong kind of delusional energy here. But I do feel like this is a sensitive week for you in this relationship. And what it is you're wanting from this relationship is a little bit unrealistic this week. And I think partly because your person is very much, it isn't that they don't want to give you this energy, but it could very well be that they just don't have this energy to give right now because they are really busy mentally trying to plan out the future. Right? And it's very important to them. Their desire, they're resonating with star energy. What they're working with right now is extremely important to them, Sagittarius. It's part of their life goal. Right? It is part of their life goal. Now, let's get some clarity. I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. It does feel a little bit like there is there's obviously a monetary aspect to some of this because the 10 of Cups 10 of Pentacles fell out earlier. And 10 of Pentacles is the kind of money that you have that kind of assures the lineage. You know, it's the kind of money that, you know, it's a kind of abundance and completion and abundance where everyone's happy and taken care of. Granddad's there, the kids are there, the dogs are there. It's the type of completion with regard to abundance and your environment that allows for the growth of a family for children. It could be that your person is very busy right now in their head, and this is kind of what I'm feeling this week because a lot of it is about maintaining stability so that you guys can move forward. You may or may not be married. You may not be married just yet. You may not have children just yet with this person. You may indeed, but you may not. For those of you who don't have children, it feels to me like your person, even though for you there is a separation feeling coming in, like they're pulling away, it's more so that they're just focusing all their energy towards sort of maintaining stability, getting money coming in, having money come in, having all the plans worked out so that you guys can have a family. You know, so that you can move forward together. And that's what it feels like to me. It feels like they're working towards that, right, Sagittarius? They're working towards that sort of stable home life, but that requires money. And right now, in the world that we're living in, that requires a lot of planning and strategy because nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So it's interesting. Your person is having a very interesting week of being well in their head, trying to sort of, figure out the next steps. It is very important to them, right? And you do still also have the dragon energy. Well, let's pull your clarifiers, okay, guys? They have Queen of Swords. Well, this is it. There's your dragon and your connection. Another queen. Feeling very emotional, your person. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Wow. And the Prince of Cups. So 3 court cards have shown up for them. So your person's dealing with a lot of people. Your person is dealing with a lot of responsibilities they have or they feel like they have. You have the Hermit. So this could be why you're feeling a little bit pulled away. You might be in isolation or having to, we're all kind of in self-isolation right now. King of Swords and the 3 of Cups. All right, guys. So I'm going to move these down a little bit so that we can just see like a difference between the 2 sets. So these are your clarifiers. Bottom of the Cosmic Tarot deck, you have Death. So there's change happening and there's loss happening. I mean, death, we always talk about death being a transformation, but death is loss. Death is an ending. It is a feeling of an ending to something, and it is a feeling of, therefore, a loss. Whether or not, you want to say, well, there's no ending to anything, and, whatever your philosophy is, I understand that, but in this physical construct that we live in, this life that we have, this is our one of the main lessons and sort of experiences that we're dealing with, right? The experience of separation, ending, and loss. Right? Because for us, it feels like an end. And so you are going through that. And there is a change to something. Your person, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and Prince of Cups. So there's something going on with your person this week that is really going to the core of who they are. And I think this is a reason why they're very much in their head. I think they're very much... dragon energy is all about that connection you have with your higher self, and your higher self is always watching. The dragon's eye is always watching, watching to make sure that you aren't compromising who you are, watching to make sure that you are remaining true to your spiritual center or to who you are, regardless of dogma or regardless of what you actually believe in terms of religious ideas, just who you are in your soul, right? And making sure that that you're guided by that. Now, the Queen of Swords is very much like that, and I think your person is dealing with that this week. You may be in separation from them. So, Sagittarius, you may be dealing with a feeling right now where you're not really sure what's going on with your person because you may be in separation. The Hermit has come out for you. And that's not surprising because a lot of us are indeed in separation, right? We're not seeing each other as much as we'd like to. So you may not be living together, and there may be a physical distance here that's really kind of catching up with this relationship or making you certainly feel like your person is pulling away. Meanwhile, your person is really having this week a real emotional sort of, I want to say, an emotional sort of question, a mental question of who they are and what they're doing with their lives. And sort of maybe they may even be recalibrating their lives back to what it is they want for themselves. They're reestablishing their uniqueness. They're reconnecting with their higher soul. Queen of Swords is all about lifting your head up out of the clouds and not, pulling away those masks, not playing, not playing a role or not pretending to be somebody else, but being extremely honest about who you are and what feelings you have. So there's a real sort of identity moment that your person is kind of going through this week. I don't want to say it's an identity crisis. I think it's more like a reaffirmation of their identity and who they are. Queen of Wands is she's the one who's the strongest. She's going to go through some of the most difficult times, and she's showing up for your person also because I think right now, also this week, your person is dealing with a lot of the financial worry and difficulty. It may not be so much about money, but it's just like it's a difficult time right now. You know, it's just an all around difficult time right now. And so they're having to be extremely strong. So the Queen of Wands is showing up for them in terms of just surviving, you know, just making the most of a of a difficult situation, physically, environmentally, emotionally, mentally, all of that takes so much strength. But Prince of Cups is beautiful. Princes are knights, and they wanting to come out towards you. And this is how we're going to round off: Ten of Cups and Prince of Cups. Ultimately, this is all what they're doing and what they're going through. Although you may be doubting it right now, Sagittarius, I feel strongly with this reading, if you're resonating with this reading, that your person is working towards a plan for you and them together. And ultimately, what really needs to happen and what they really want is to move towards you with that Prince of Cups and that Ten of Cups, to have that completion, to have the completion of the family as well as the finances, because the completion of the finances is going to allow you guys to move forward with your life with stability. You this week are very much sort of, like I said, you're in your feelings a little bit about being away from your person. And King of Swords is showing up because I think this week as well, even though you are in your feelings, and it's interesting, you are to a certain degree, you're going to be daydreaming a lot this week about the future and how you want the future to be. There's going to be a lot of sort of, you know, hopeful wishing, you know, but the King of Swords is showing up for you also, Sagittarius. So you're going to be really logical about things this week, right? Even though you're kind of pie in the sky emotionally, mentally, you're there. King of Swords is very much sort of not only is he logical, but he's practical. He's honest with himself. You know, he's honest with himself. He's honest with those around him, right? And so regardless of, you know, this may indeed be a real daydreamy week this week for you, Sagittarius, especially if you are physically separated from your person. You may be dreaming a lot about the future. You may even be dreaming about the future in real sort of like daydream terms, like the perfect future, how it's all going to work out. But you're being, you know, you're being honest with yourself, and you're maintaining your sort of keen insight this week, which is very good. Just as Ten of Cups is coming in for your person, Ace of Pentacles is coming in for you. So the money is coming in. The money is absolutely coming in. And so ultimately, that's not what is, and this is why I said earlier for your person, it's like, the finances here, you know, that stability is there, but it's more of a planning issue for them for some reason. So there may be a lot of logistics about you guys moving forward with your life, especially after this period now where you may be separated. There may be logistical issues. There may be issues with work or family or this or that, right? It doesn't feel to me like it's so much about the actual coin, but there is issues to work out. Nevertheless, they get worked out. And a great opportunity comes in for you anyway, Sagittarius. Because for your readings, for me on my channel, Sagittarius, all of your readings this year so far, we're into like May now, whether they're love readings, general readings, or what have you, they're all always ending with 10 of Pentacles or Ace of Pentacles or finances bumping up, you know, 9 of Pentacles energy coming in, you know. So you're just resonating. You're resonating with abundance. You're resonating with moving towards stronger financial stability all year so far. In my readings, it's been working out. So the money comes in, but this is how your week is. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I want to say that this Eight of Swords is there because just be careful not to sort of give in to the most sort of like, to those kind of insecure feelings, right? There's some insecurity here because you're separated. You know, I get that. And we're all feeling like that. But be careful. There's a lot of swords energy here mixed in with your emotional energy. So Sagittarius, you know, make sure that even though emotionally you may be feeling a lot of ups and downs, you want to maintain that clarity, you want to maintain that logic and that good sense through it all, because as long as you maintain your good sense, sometimes your emotions, you can allow them to be up and down. We're humans, we feel. You know, we're emotional creatures. You know, to pretend that we're not, or to try to, like, you know, negate that in some way is nonsense. But nevertheless, maintaining that clarity and that logic so that you're not getting your emotional desires confused with reality is the most important thing. Three of Cups is coming in also because there is a desire of bonding happening this week. By the end of the week, you guys will be together though. It may be part of a social group, like through friends or family. Three of Cups feels to me like you guys might be able to, but that's in addition to you by the end of the week. If you are separated physically, Sagittarius, some of you will actually be able to be together physically this week for whatever reason. You may be coming out of quarantine, or you may be coming out of isolation. You may be traveling, or whatever the situation is for you. At the end of this week, it feels, because you have all this really nice cup energy and this abundance. Prince of Cups, Ten of Cups, Three of Cups, bonding, loyalty, unity, physical connection. So that is coming in for you at the end of the week. All right, guys, Sagittarius, I love you so much. This was a great reading for you, as always. Please don't forget to let me know if you're interested in the Fairies Oracle deck this month. This is the May giveaway on my channel. All you have to do is be subscribed and let me know that you're interested in the giveaway. And at the end of the month, come and check out the winner video and see if your name is announced. If your name is announced, you'll have to just contact me by email, bowandarrowtarot@gmail.com, and give me your details so I can send out your gift. All right, Sagittarius, I love you so much, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for chatting with me, for watching the video. Did I miss anybody? Hello, Nada. All right, guys, I'm going to take a little break. You know, I'm going to sip my little iced coffee, and then I'm going to be back with the Capricorn Weekly Love Outlook. Bye-bye, guys.